Welcome everyone. We have the NECA, The Last Ronin, The Lost Years, Grammy April with Yi and Moja. Or is that Moja, like Spanish? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard anybody pronounce the names, but you get the idea. We've gotten tons of The Last Ronin figures, so it was time for us to finally get a April O'Neil. I have not read The Lost Years, and I'm probably going to wait for the trade paperback to come out, if it hasn't come out already. But it's very fascinating that there are other turtles. Don't know where they came from, how they came about, but it's cool that we have more turtles now. I know in IDW, the reboot of IDW Turtles, we've got Jenica, we've got other additional turtles from past timelines. But for me, this is a little bit different, as this storyline is the brainchild of Eastman and Laird. So for me, I take this as a real extended continuity to the original Mirage storyline. So for packaging, we've got some nice comic art on the front. We've got the Ronin logo on the top. On the side, we've got another artwork and a little bit different artwork on this side with two little turtles. I guess these are them. They look like them. So they're mutated. Okay. We've got UPC on the bottom. We've got some nice photography on the back. And like the other releases, there is a opening and a nice photo here. And then we can see the figures in their packaging. So let's get them all the way out. And a quick view of the inside of the packaging, just to show off the accessories that you should get. And there is a background here that is interesting that you could use for a diorama if you wanted to. So here they are out of the packaging. And April definitely seems like she's been through some stuff. Now, this is quite ahead into the future, so she is older, but you notice that she doesn't have gray hair, but she looks very grizzled. She's, I don't know, let's imagine she's in her 40s or maybe 50s, and she's been through a lot of battle, especially with her having this robot lower leg. So yeah, she's been through a lot. It's also interesting that she's got red hair in this iteration. The original Mirage run for April, her look and design is kind of all over the place. So that's a cool thing about April. And then you got these little guys. I don't know much, if anything, about them. I do know that this is a flashback scene in the comic, I believe, and they are depicted as teenagers, like they're the teenagers of that timeline. And there's, I think there's 4 of them. So will we get more of these little ones, and will we eventually be getting the teenage version of them? Probably. If NECA wants to make money, they will definitely have figures of those later. So let's go over accessories real quick. April comes out of the package with 2 tool holding hands. One hand is gloved, the other hand is, I'm not sure. This might be a robot hand. This may just be an augmented hand. There's something going on with this hand, which is interesting. And then for the gloved hand, we've got a larger gripping hand and also a fist. And then we basically have the same thing for the other hand. Call it the plain hand or robot hand. I don't know what's going on with this. She also has a wrench, which is cool. Looks like she's constantly working on stuff. Technically, these guys could be considered accessories, maybe. But this guy in particular has headphones and a little Walkman. There is a little clip on his Walkman. I guess you could give it to April. Maybe April gives this to him in the story. Like, here kid, you're bothering me. Listen to some music. Technically, this guy could probably wear them also, but in the storyline, he is the one who has them on. So, going over the figure, again, April is pretty gritty. She's got a lot of scarring on her face. She's got a lot of lines on her face. For the most part, her hair is red, but there's some light hints of gray in some areas of the hair. Kind of looks faded on the figure, but you can imagine what this might look like on an actual human. She's got a lot of this body armor, weird Asian kind of look that the other turtles have in The Last Ronin. Very nice, like knee pads. And then, she's got a regular foot with some nice detail and one of these Senja style foots for the other. And then there's the back, and she's got a little name tag that says O'Neill on the back. And then for articulation, they've hit it pretty well. She's got a upper swivel here. She's got double elbow. The swivel is here on this arm. She's got disc hinge, shoulders, no butterfly. The head is on a ball joint, but because of the way the neck and head is sculpted, you're not going to get a whole lot of crazy movement. Well, I guess if you put some effort into it, you can. So yeah, actually that's pretty good. This is more than likely an overlay, and there could be some radical articulation underneath it, but we won't ever know. The hips, waist move. She's got a ball jointed hip with a upper swivel. She's got double knee, and she's got a disc hinge foot with a rocker. Both feet behave that way. And then the little guys, they have these disc hinge shoulders. They have ball jointed hips. They have ball jointed heads. That is it. So they do have some articulation. They are not going to be able to sit because of the way this is sculpted. Maybe you're gonna have to get creative, but not really. Maybe. Yeah. So you can do that to get them to sit, but again, the articulation is very limited. But for their size and what they represent, this is I would expect this. I don't think there's anything abnormal about their articulation. And then these hands are pretty tight. You might need to warm them up, but April can hold her wrench pretty easily. Although from a story point of view, you would think maybe she would have a weapon by now, but nope. She just has a wrench for working on stuff. So for some quick comparisons, we've got Casey Jones. You would imagine that these two should probably be paired together. And then here's Michelangelo, just to help give some scale, as he's no longer a teenager. He's a middle-aged Ninja Turtle. So, awesome release. If you are collecting The Last Ronin, you're going to want an April O'Neil. She's very integral to the Ninja Turtles in any timeline, in any storyline. And just even from a character design, she looks really cool. She's got some really good design work with her outfit. The colors that they chose to give her are really nice. Again, more kudos to the artists who designed this version of April, but definitely something to pick up. I think you can get these from Target right now, maybe Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. You should be able to find her pretty easily. Probably not Amazon. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.